What's up, everybody? Figured I'd just go live for a minute here. Out here in the garage, I know it's been a while. Um, I'm going to leave this up because that's how lives always work. I'll film them, we'll hang out. This is going to be a quick one. Just wanted to say what's up to everybody and kind of show you what I've been up to. So I will leave this video up once it's over with. But for now, this is where we're at. So you guys know, we did a lot of work. I used to have these beams that went from here across over to there, which really cut this garage down in size. And you can see now just how freaking roomy it is by taking those out. Sorry if I'm out of breath. I just cut the grass, mowed up all my leaves. But yeah, like I said, we're just hanging out here for a minute, shooting the shit and taking a look around of what we've been up to out here, because I got to be somewhere soon. But you can see we've insulated the entire front wall. We've insulated the entire side wall. We've insulated the roof, and we just put up like I think that's a 6 mil like poly tarp or something like that, or even to call it, or not a moisture barrier, but vapor barrier, whatever. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? As far as the back goes, you guys might question this. This is not finished, but this is going to hold me through the winter. I still have to build like a little like quarter wall that's going to connect from the roof up here down to this wall, and I got to outline around the fireplace, and then I will insulate that. I do have to put like some kind of a door in to still have access to that part because we have a room back there. That's how we get in the house. So this is just to get me through the winter. Now with all this space that we got, let me get back here and show you guys. That's how much space we opened up in here. Like, it's like a whole new world in here. Really feels like kind of the garage I was hoping for. I getting a phone call. Anyway, I adjusted the door now. So that instead of coming out and then like over the top of the car like they used to, would just kind of come up and then go straight back. I was able to adjust that so now it actually follows the peak of the roof. So that's kind of cool. Gives me more room in here, because my goal next is I'm going to get a lift for in here. I'm going to get a 4-post lift, and what that'll do is it's going to allow me to put this car as high up into the ceiling as I can. And then give me more room. So basically it's just for storage. I'm not going to do a 2-post lift because, like I said, this is going to be mostly just kind of a storage thing, just so I can get this car up in the air and then still be able to park something underneath it. But you can see we got tons of room in here now. Like I said, these old rafter beams right here, those are only about 7 feet off the ground, maybe 7.5, 8 foot. And now we are about 12 foot from here down. So we got plenty of space. The lift, I'm not doing just yet. Got to save up my pennies for that. But that will be soon. And I'm going with the wildfire lift. Like the one, if you guys ever watched like Vice Grip Garage, that's the kind of the one we're going to go with. I do like it because it is still kind of mobile if you need it to be. And it's got plenty of platform to fit in here. So we'll get that car up in the air. Like I said, it's going to be about 2 or 3 inches from the ceiling, which will give me still about 6 foot of space underneath it. But as for now, this car is not really going anywhere, because those of you who've been following along for a while, we just got it sitting on this rollable pallet so I can get it outside when I need to. But this has been, so I should have done this a long time ago, when I was actually tearing all this crap out of here, because I was literally perched right up here on top of these, which went across. I had to reframe the entire structure up there in the new attic, if you would call it, and I was doing that over the top of this car, and it was sketchy to say the least, but we got it done. And then I decided to put it on this so I can roll it outside and do more work, which, like I said, I should have done a long time ago. So you can see it down under there, just kind of chilling on there. My goal is finished. We got the fan up, we got lights up. I've tried running the heater in here now for a while, and I mean, it's hard to say today. It's 60, 70 degrees. Yesterday was 80 degrees, and The other day it was like down in the 30s and 40s. And this is the only heater that I have. It's 220 volt. Basically, it's a dryer heating coil with a fan. I can't remember where I bought it, but this thing now will keep the garage comfortably 70 degrees, cycling on and off, no problem. So it actually turned out to be super cool. That heater there, I had that in here before I did all this, and it would run constantly, and it could barely get the garage to like 60 degrees. So now, with all this good stuff, we can keep it in the 70s. So the goal now, finish cleaning up stuff. I got a lot of rearranging to do, and then I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this. I do want to start working on it. I don't know if I'm going to leave it on the rollable system I have or put it back on jack stands. It just kind of depends. I got to clean all the crap out of the inside. It's kind of been storing stuff for me, but got a little bit of work to do on the inside still. And then we're going to dive in hardcore onto this thing. Got some trips planned. Sorry, I'm just kind of showing you guys around so you can see. Got some trips planned. Not in the Jeep. We'll be doing like a cross-country road trip here soon. And my goal while I'm out on this trip is to pick up the new project. I'm really excited about it. I got a very short window to purchase the project, and I don't even know where it is. I do know what it is. I won't dish out any secrets now, but those of you who've been following along, you kind of have an idea what's going on, what I'm looking at. So, should be a fun one. If you guys don't know the channel, make sure you subscribe. Go back, check out some of the older videos. I got plenty of stuff out there. Pretty much the entire build is on this Jeep, and soon to be this thing, and then coming up, the new project. So imagine, all right, I'll give you a little hint. Imagine the Jeep, right? Got the Overland build. So basically a combination of the Jeep and like one of those Globe Trekkers. So I'm super pumped about it. Like I said, I'm not going to give out too many ideas. Or too many hints, I guess I'll say, because it's still kind of up in the air. If I go on this trip cross country here soon and I don't find what I'm looking for, it's just going to take me a little longer. I did break my cardinal rule about having a TV in the garage. It just kind of worked out though. It was really cheap. So if I don't get any work done, it's because I'm sitting here watching that, and I usually just play YouTube stuff on it. So that's about it. Like I said, it's been a hell of a long time since I've been online doing videos. I've been working on just all of this, you guys. I mean, those of you that follow the channel, you'll know I just kind of shut down, started redoing this because I needed somewhere I could work on things, and the old setup just was not cutting it. But we're almost done. Like I said, this is going to hold me over for the winter. We got heat, we got insulation, and putting all that shit up, that sucked. I had to do one row at a time and stuff that stuff up there. So, like I said, don't worry about down here. I still got to finish that, but way better than it was, I can tell you that. And the garage door, this is pretty cool. The only problem I have with the garage door is it's a single spring system, so when you pull it down now, I really had to torsion up that spring to get the door to go up and hold the way it is. I'm thinking about adding a second spring to it. Those of you that do garage door stuff, let me know. This is an 8-foot wide door, so it's got one spring on it. I will have to add another one maybe, because now when you unlatch it, it flies up, but it goes about halfway, and then once you lift it the rest, it'll hold it. So I don't know if adding a second spring is going to be enough, or if we just leave it the way it is, because I don't know, it works. I like it. But you can see here, back up. It really follows the roof line as best as I could get it. It's really snug up there at the top, which is good, because basically when the car is up in the air, I'm going to have the lift as far back against that wall as I can. And then when it's up, the front nose of the car should be like somewhere right around here maybe. So we have plenty of clearance The posts on the lift, they won't go high enough to hit anything. I think the posts are like 6 feet, 7 feet or something like that. So we got plenty of space. But my goal is to get it as far back here as I can, because this is just storage shelf. So get the car back as far as I can. Plenty of space here. I spread my lights out. We got 4 over here, 3 over here. I'm going to put some across the front. So when the garage door is down, you can turn those on separate. And that'll give us forward-facing light. Some people are asking, like, why is the fan way over here? And where are my lights kind of offset? Is because, like I was thinking, when I put the lift in, we'll have plenty of room. And I don't need the lights just beaming down on top of the car. But I don't know. It's going to be a project. A lot of welding. Not so much cutting. Paint's done. I want to clean up the engine bay, completely do the underneath, just the same as I did the Jeep. If you've seen videos on that, I did Raptor coating on the sides on the bottom, and then underneath I used Chassis Saver. The Chassis Saver is nice, but it doesn't have any UV protection. So, is what it is. Gives a real nice OEM finish. You know, clean all this up and repaint all that in there. And then all through, the whole underside is going to get painted. Look nice and shiny new, I guess you'd say. As best as I can get it. So, I'm no professional by any means. I just give it my best damn shot. So, you can see we can pretty much, everything tore out of here. The cage, all the cage and paint work is done by a buddy of mine. I'll see if I can give out his name. Who knows? He deserves all the credit in the world for doing this because he did it a long time ago for me. But I don't want to give out his name and number just yet without him saying it's cool to do it. So it'd be nice to get this thing on the road. It's been 25 years since it's been on the road. It was out of his place for a long time, and then it went to my brother's for a long time, and now it's home. And now it's in a garage that it deserves to be in. I got all this nice space to work on it. I got pretty much like 99% of the parts for it. So it's going to be crazy around here. We're going to work on this. We're going to work on the new build. I can't wait for the new build. This one here, this is going to be fun, but like I said, I'm really kind of pumped up about the new build. So, anywho, what time is it? I only got a few more minutes and I got to run. I got a bunch of stuff I got to do, but I just wanted to jump on here because, like I said, it's been, geez, probably 40 days, I guess, I think is what my YouTube studio tells me since I put out anything. You know, with YouTube, you gotta stay relevant, I guess. But I had no content to really put out. I just wanted to work on this and get it all wrapped up. Because if I tried to film and do this, it'd take me like a year. So, really happy how it turned out. Like I said, those of you guys that follow the channel on Facebook and on YouTube in the community section and on my Facebook page, I try to do some update pictures. Kind of keep you guys up to date with what's going on. But it's been a lot of work. Did a lot of electrical, a lot of insulation, so the lungs are still rather itchy, but we got it done. My other plan is take my toolbox and get it off of this wall and relocate it to under here. And I'm gonna move this bench and this cabinet set over to this wall. So I'll have my workbench over here, cabinets over here, toolbox dead in the center. I have the welders over here. I got one there, one other one tucked back right down. Let's see if you can, yeah, the other one's tucked down under there. But that's about it. Got my wall of things to do up here. Still got to add some more stuff to them. If you guys don't have the big dry erase boards in your garage, definitely worth it because you can write down pretty much everything. Oops. Part numbers, filters, all that stuff, maintenance logs. Y'all know how it is. So, this is it. Like I said, just wanted to jump on here and show you guys what's going on. We should be getting back in action soon. hopefully January 1st is when I'm heading on this trip. And hopefully by January 2nd, we'll have a new project vehicle. So make sure you stick around. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I've got almost 200 videos on the channel. I'd say 99% of them are on that Jeep right there. If you're into Jeep Cherokees, you do any kind of projects or maintenance or anything like that, make sure you check it out. What else is going on? Oh, I've been paying down my credit card debt. You guys will be happy to know we've gone from about $12,500 in credit card debt down to $2,300. That's in a matter of months. Just every week making a massive payment, doing the best I can. It's not easy, highly stressful. I've put on some pounds from stressing out about it, that's for damn sure. But we're getting through it. And what better way to celebrate getting out of debt than to jump right back into debt with a car loan. So that's how we roll, you know. It's the American dream right now. But all right, y'all. I better get off here. Like I said, I got to run some errands before some places close. There, so you want to see what it's sitting on. Those are just Harbor Freight caster wheels and a nice big wooden pallet. The fronts are on swivels, the rears are not, so I can just kind of turn it, get it in and out. So, worked out good. It was kind of sketchy getting it off the jack stands and onto this thing. And I'm only imagining it being 3 times as bad when I got to do it the other way. Alright guys, well I appreciate y'all watching. Like I said, I'll leave this video up. If you guys have any questions on anything, like the installation, the front here, real quick, I did R13 here, and then R30 up top. So just to trap the heat in. I got to put in a vent cap or a vent on that outer wall so that this breathes. The top, like the cross or whatever, it has a ridge vent, but I took the old vent out of the side of the house. I need to move it to that side. If you're worried about me closing this up, I left a little spot right up here. Just cut out, remove, do my work, put that piece back in. We're good. But that's about it. I know, as I've said, I was going to get off here a few minutes ago, like 2 or 3 times, but just kind of hanging out, getting ready to go. Figured I'd come out here and show you. Yeah, we got ungodly amounts of work to do on that car, but it'll be fun when it's done. It's not going to be anything quick. So if you guys are watching thinking I'm building this thing, it's an 1984 Mustang GT. If you're thinking I'm making this into like some kind of LS swapped 8-second Street Queen, you're out of luck. It's just going to be built to like the fun specs of back when I was in high school. So nothing crazy. It'll have a big motor, but it'll be a Ford motor. I wish I had the money for a Ford Illuminator and a supercharger, but we're going to keep it classy. Just make it cool and loud, fun to drive. Kind of just showing off the same stuff again. So here's the hood for it. Got the ghost pearl in there. I don't know. All right, guys. I'm going to get off here now. Like I said, I'll leave this up. You guys have any questions, drop a comment. On Facebook, you can reach out to me through there. I've had some people ask me about the Jeep on there. Whoop. So any questions on that thing, hit me up. Or any questions on this thing, or future things, just let me know. All right, well, like I said, I was just going to make a quick little, hey, how you doing? Let everybody know what's going on. It's been a while. I appreciate you guys, sticking around. Everybody out there telling me to keep going and keep doing what I'm doing. Channel's still doing good. I'm surprised even without doing any kind of videos. The algorithm is still slowly pushing me out. And like I said, I've got almost 200 videos on the channel, and 99% of them are all on the Cherokee. I've started adding some of the Mustang stuff in. And when the new project comes, I will maybe go live if I pick it up, or I'll just put out a quick video on it. So I can't wait. It's going to be a fun trip. and hopefully I can pick up the new project. It's just going to be crazy. I can tell you it's probably not going to be a cheap project. The Jeep was pretty cheap, like budget friendly, I guess you'd say. This one is going to be a little more expensive, but we got to keep the credit card debt under control this time. We got a little crazy last time. So anyway, you guys, I always appreciate you all watching. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button on your way out. Give me a thumbs up if you could. It really helps out, and I appreciate everybody's support through everything. And I guess we're going to get out of here. So, yep. I got to go. It's about that time, and I'll see you guys later.